Hey there, tech heads. Welcome back to another video. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. And a brief disclaimer, my voice sounds pretty weird because I have a bit of a cold, so please excuse that throughout the video. So today we're going to be talking about the Apple event and more specifically the iPhone 12 series. Now, I know a lot of us have watched the Apple event already, so I'm going to be skipping over things like the HomePods Mini because why exactly do we have those?
Next we have the HomePod Mini, and I have really nothing to say about the HomePod Mini because who wants a smart speaker powered by Siri?
But diving right into the iPhones themselves, we were greeted with the iPhone 12 and surprisingly the iPhone 12 mini. Well, not surprisingly because we had leaks, but yeah, the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 mini, both of them are basically the same phones or the same device, just that the iPhone 12 has a bigger screen and a bigger battery than the 12 mini. But what's great about these devices is that, first of all, the display is different. It's a significant upgrade over the iPhone 11, which had a 720p display and it was LCD, but it wasn't a terrible display like I mentioned in my should you get the iPhone 11 in 2020 video, so the link is above if you want to check that out. Here we have a full HD 1080p display on both devices and it's actually OLED. So finally we're getting OLED on the baseline iPhones, which is pretty awesome. The iPhone 12 mini comes with a 5.4-inch display, which is actually a bigger display in a smaller form factor. So it's like the same size as the iPhone SE 2020, but it's got a bigger display. And some other new things that were added into these devices were, first of all, the new cameras. Now we've got the dual 12 megapixel wide and ultra wide angle cameras, the same resolution as last year's phones. And we've got this new f1.6 aperture in the main lens, which allows for better low light and portrait shots. Now, most camera improvements in 2020 come in the form of software, not hardware. So we're looking forward to Smart HDR3 and the front-facing night mode. You know, Apple has always been really good at image processing, so this should not be a problem at all. Moving on, we've got another new feature known as MagSafe. So magnets have been built into the iPhone, and it basically gives room for stuff like magnetically attaching your phone to a wireless charger, which ensures that the phone is actually charging. And now that I actually think about it, this might be Apple's way of preparing us for the removal of the charging port in the near future. Just a theory though. Oh, and speaking of charging, there is officially no charging brick coming in the box of the newer iPhones. Even the iPhone 11 series are beginning to ship without the charging bricks in the box. I made a video about this a few months ago, which you can check out via the iCard above. But basically, there I was talking about how Apple said that we're doing this in order to help reduce e-waste, since most of the iPhone users already have a charger. But the problem with that is the iPhone 12 series is shipping with the Lightning to USB-C cable, not the regular Lightning to USB-A cable, which most people already have. So if you're not upgrading from the iPhone 11 series, then you'll still need to buy either a USB-C charging brick from Apple or use the slow 5-watt charging brick and cable that came with your iPhone 10 or 7 or whichever you're upgrading from. Turns out it was actually a cash grab tactic after all. But like I always say, Apple will be Apple, and Apple is a business, first of all. Other ways they demonstrated using MagSafe was with accessories. So you can buy some overpriced accessories from Apple, like this wallet for example, and magnetically attach it to your phone, and also some MagSafe cases. Who knew 2020 would be the year Apple decided to go all out with customization? First iOS 14, and now this. Interesting. Next up, we've got the new boxy build, and we've also got some new colors like black, white, red, green, and blue. Then we also have the new chip, like we were expecting, the A14 Bionic chip, which is the first 5nm chip in any smartphone. So you should definitely expect some massive performance gains. And finally, going to the price, the iPhone 12 comes in at $799, which is actually $100 more expensive than the iPhone 11 of last year, but we've got the iPhone 12 mini at $699, which was around the same price of the iPhone 11 of last year. And yeah, I guess the price of the iPhone 12 went up because they were trying to make space for the iPhone 12 mini, which is basically just a 5.4-inch version of everything mentioned for the iPhone 12. All right, now moving on to the meat of the event, what we were all expecting or what we were all waiting for, which was the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max. They weren't as big of an upgrade as we expected over the last year's models. And yeah, this is why I say so. All right, now, like I said, with the iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max, there weren't really a lot of differences. They still come at the same price range as the 11 Pro and Pro Max, which is $999 and $1099. The main differences, however, do come in the shape or size, the colors, and the cameras. Now, they've got everything we mentioned in the iPhone 12, which is IP68 water resistance, the ceramic shield protection, MagSafe, and so on and so forth. When it comes to the size, the iPhone 11 Pro was 5.85 inches, and the 12 Pro is now 6.1 inches. The 11 Pro Max was 6.5 inches, and the 12 Pro Max is 6.7 inches. So there's a slight size difference thanks to the new boxy design. Now, when it comes to the body, it's got stainless steel sides as opposed to the aluminum in the iPhone 12 and 12 mini, and it comes in a few new colors: white, black, gold, and blue. The main reasons to buy the iPhone 12 Pro or Pro Max over the iPhone 12 would be in the cameras. Now, it's still got a triple camera layout. The LiDAR sensor is not a camera, so please do not be deceived by people telling you that the 12 Pro and Pro Max have a quad camera layout. They do not. It's got deep fusion on all three cameras and even on the selfie camera, which is pretty great. The LiDAR sensor is there to help with AR, which is augmented reality, autofocus in the dark, 3D, and depth sensing. It's also going to be able to shoot in a Pro RAW image format, which is quote unquote coming soon, so we're going to have to wait for that. There's a slight difference, however, in the telephoto lens of the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, as the 12 Pro Max has a 2.5x zoom and the 12 Pro has the normal 2x zoom. So it's not a huge difference, however, but it's still something worth noting. The 12 Pro Max has a better sensor shift optical image stabilization, which helps things like super steady video recording and night mode. So basically, the 12 Pro Max is the one with all the major camera improvements. However, there is a 10-bit Dolby Vision HDR 4K 60 frames per second, oof, that's quite a mouthful, video recording on the Pro and Pro Max. Now, it's the only smartphone camera in the world to do that as at this moment, so I'm sure a lot of people would want to get this Pro model iPhone just so they can experience that. So basically, the vast majority of improvements were actually in the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and if I would advise anyone to get any of these devices without budget being a constraint, I would definitely urge them to go for the 12 Pro Max, especially because of the enhanced video capabilities. And finally, all of these devices were enabled with 5G, so Apple has brought out their 5G devices. I think that was the entire theme of the Apple event.
5G, 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 5G,
5G, 5G, 5G, 5G, 5G, 5G, 5G, 5G.
You know, with high speed, 5G being fast and all of that, which is pretty great. Now, the main thing or the main disappointment that I got from this event, and I'm sure a lot of people got, was no ProMotion displays. So Apple did not include 120 Hz or even 90 Hz in any of the iPhone lineups. You know, initially we thought we were going to see it in the iPhone 12 Pro or 12 Pro Max, but they're still all on 60 Hz. I'm not really sure why they're still there, but Apple has a very interesting business model, and I'm sure they have a reason why they did not enable 120 Hz this year. So yeah, those were my thoughts about the iPhone 12 series. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers, and it would be awesome if we could get there quickly. Also, make sure to check out my previous videos. They'll be floating around me as they usually do. And check out our podcast if you haven't done that already. Links to that will be in the description box below. If you want to get any of the devices I used to produce my videos, links to that will be in the description below as well. And with that said, make sure you stay cool, stay safe, wear your mask as always so you won't end up sick like me, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.